Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here at the Skift Global Forum in New York City, and it's been a great 2 days here. And one of the themes of this conference, almost a lot of conferences these days, is artificial intelligence, AI. And just coincidentally, probably not too coincidentally, Skift put out new research about AI, and we're talking here with Seth Borko, who's the research director for Skift, and we're going to talk to him about what they found in this report and a little bit about what was discussed here as well. And I know there's tremendous interest out there in the travel advisor community about this topic, so we're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Seth, first of all, this has been a great conference, and as I said, one of the themes here, we've really been focused on AI. We've had presentations, and then yesterday you announced, you kind of put out the report. I have to be honest with you, I haven't had a chance to read the whole thing. Sorry.
You'll have
you
time.
forgive me. You forgive me. I didn't do my homework. It's been kind of crazy. I downloaded it. Now I got to read it. But first of all, talk to me a little bit about what are some of the major findings of the report that you came out of AI. Is it still too early? We really don't know what's going to happen?
One of the things I've heard a lot of people say is that we are kind of overestimating the impact in 12 months and underestimating the impact in 10 years.
We actually heard that yesterday. Heard it in their presentation today.
So I love that, and I think that's true. Is it too early? It might feel like a little early for the next couple of months, but I think this will, over the next couple of years, have a major impact. We're already seeing companies start to experiment with AI. There's small things that companies can do today, and certainly the big tech players are already investing very heavily, especially behind the scenes. One of the findings from our report, we've tried to put a price tag on it. We think a $30 billion plus opportunity from generative AI in travel.
And that's what we're talking about, generative AI, because everybody came out, oh yeah, we're doing AI already, and it wasn't necessarily generative AI, which is that where they actually create something, right?
So generative AI, that conversational AI, it really feels like magic to the consumer. That's only 6 months old, so when everyone says, oh, we've been doing AI for 10 years, it's like, oh, I'm questionable on that. But both types of AI are going to be really, really important. I think one of the things we identified in our research is there's going to be some really big opportunities immediately. There's going to be opportunities on developer efficiency. So if you have a tech platform, which pretty much everyone does, your developers can work better at it. If you have customer service support roles, which almost everyone does, there's going to be really big opportunities basically to make chatbots a lot smarter, to try and take load off of customer service agents, and to help customer service agents on the back end condense and understand policies and questions and understand the customer that they're interfacing with. And then I think, honestly, probably the really big holy grail has to do with search and discovery. You know, the travel industry spends nearly $25 billion on search and marketing annually. A lot of that goes to Google today, but we type into this little search box and we say, hey, hotels Paris, flights Paris.
Right.
You know, and I think one of the potentials of generative AI and all these AI tools is how can we have more conversations like this where I say, you know, James, I would love to go to Paris and I'm really into food and I've seen the Eiffel Tower, I don't need to see it again. How can we replicate a lot of those travel advisor conversations in a more technologically forward way?
No, absolutely, and a lot of the groups, the travel agency groups that I work with, like Virtuoso, things like that, they're really looking at this and see how they can use it and how they generate. Even in my business, we're all like, you know, it's not replacing me. It's actually adding to the fact that you can go out there, ask a question, and get, you know, all this information that is sort of pulled down from all over the place, right?
Yeah, and I think one of the big fears, and certainly, you know, I feel it too, right? It's like, will my job be replaced by the robots? Will they take me over? I don't think that, especially in the near term, that's not really the concern. It's about how can I become better at my job? How can I become more efficient at my job? I mean, look, we're so excited about AI, but if you play around with it, you'll see it makes mistakes. You need a human in the loop, and also it learns from the past. This is a very rapidly changing industry, so it can't necessarily always be super forward looking, and so having humans in the loop is always going to be essential. So it's really about being more efficient in your job, being better at your job, and using modern tools, right? I mean, the example I sometimes hear people say is like, you know, like spreadsheets replace jobs, but spreadsheets replace jobs, but they didn't remove jobs. In fact, we all work with spreadsheets every single day. You know, Google search changed jobs, but we work with Google search, and so I think it's the next frontier in terms of a sea change in how we work and how, also importantly, how consumers search and how consumers behave.
So we're not at the Terminator stage where they're going to take over the world and all of our jobs will be eliminated. And by the way, they'll start fighting us, right?
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. I don't want to be at war with the travel bots.
Well, that's interesting because everybody's so concerned about this, and nearly every conference, including this one, has really focused on AI. And I think it's really, you got to look at it as a help, not necessarily as something that's going to replace you, but something that is an add-on. I mean, we're already dealing with this in conversations. I know when I go into someone and there's somebody said, do you want to go to the chat? Maybe that's AI generated now.
I think it's important to be realistic. People are excited about AI because they can see the potential. They can see where we're going, and that's a very big deal. Right. I think we want to be realistic about also where we are today and how important humans are today. And so I think balancing the excitement for what's to come and investing in the future. And basically, I think what we're saying is we're investing today to pay dividends in the future. We're seeing the potential of what new technology can do, and we want to make sure that we're ahead of those curves. But we also don't want to start over-involved in our own hype, right? We don't want to overinflate something. We want to be realistic, but we want to be honest. And I think that this is an important technology, and we're going to see impacts in the travel industry for sure.
Now, where can our viewers get that report? Because it just came out.
Go to research.skift.com. We have the research reports. All of our research reports are live there. We actually have 2 different reports. One is a survey report that's free. Our generative AI report, you can read a lot of summaries on Skift News of it, or you can subscribe if you want. And we also have done several LinkedIn Live events. So just search for Skift and Skift Research and AI, and it should come up.
And there's a lot here. And again, this conference really was focused on it. And as many of you have been to conferences there where AI is a big topic, and everybody's like, what is it? What is it? What are we going to do with it? But rest assured, we are not at the Terminator stage yet. Maybe we'll hopefully never be, because it'll be something that will always assist us to learn more about travel and to really pull things all together.
Absolutely, and yeah, no Terminator yet. Just really exciting opportunities to, I think, make the process more efficient, to help consumers, to have a more natural experience. That's a good thing that benefits the travel industry, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait.
And I think that's what came away here. People are excited about it, not fearful. Seth, I want to thank you for taking the time here. It was great to talk to you about this topic, because it is really, it's almost like it's a buzzword. People want to talk about AI all the time. There's a reason, but it's not to be fearful of it. It's really to see what it's going to do and to help us in the future. Thank you again.
Thank you, James. It's such a pleasure talking with you.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.